Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to Show and Tell number 95, I believe. We're getting quite a few of these under the belt. We're getting close to the 100th Show and Tell. I really genuinely did not think that this would go very well, so that still kind of surprises me. Even after everything that's happened in the last 2.5 years, it still really surprises me that so many people watch my content at all. um yeah, so it has been a crafty busy week, and I have gotten quite a bit of things in the mail. So I'm not going to unpack this now, but I did get my first club EP card or box. So I will have a separate video unpacking this and discussing the value of it, and we'll see if I have time in the next month to make anything with it. My crochet surprise box has been delayed. They're still having issues getting, 1,500 boxes worth of yarn and stuff to them in time to get orders shipped out on time. So that will be delayed. We have manufacturing delays, shipping delays, all of it. So that will hopefully be here at some point. I will unbox that. We'll go over last month's project and what I thought about that. And yep. I should also hopefully have the video discussing stash shaming coming up soon. There's a lot of stuff in there I want to discuss, aside from just don't be a jerk. Surprise, surprise. So, what do I have in my ginormous tote here of stuff to talk about? Well, first off, I have mentioned on here before that Marsha of Made by Marsha Mom, her channel will be linked down below, is a Stampin' Up! Rep. And I've placed an order with her in the past and stuff like that. But she did send me the new catalogs, and right now celebration's going on. So like if you buy a certain amount of stuff, you get some extra free stuff, things like that. So she sent me all that. Let's see. No obligation to purchase. Thought you might like getting inspiration. Yep. So I did kind of want to like briefly show you guys like some of the, there's like pretty papers and some stamp sets. There's some, like that's one of the free sets. And then you've got, some inspiration of what to do with it. Celebration is a lot of fun. I'm actually fairly familiar with it. A lot of the card making channels I watch actually are run by people who are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So this is the first mini catalog for the year. And the prices in that, or the availability of that, runs until June. She's been using a lot of this stamp set on her stuff. If you follow her on Instagram, adorable. And then this is the annual catalog, which is good until June. So got that. I'm not going to be ordering anything right now, unfortunately. I'm kind of on a freeze in general. I did look at some stuff. There were a couple things I really wanted, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to be good. But she also sent me a Valentine card, and this might be the cutest Valentine I've ever seen. And inside we have her classic confetti, and she also die cut some doily hearts, which I love these. I'm not quite sure where my I've got a doily die very similar. Mine's not Stampin' Up. It's from I think mine might be from catscrappiness.com. But in here you can see there are some X's and O's, some open hearts. Oh, Pippin's squeaking about something. And then some closed hearts in her confetti. I repurpose her confetti a lot of times and put it on my cards. I have to told her before she actually sent me some bats, even though she didn't get her Halloween cards out on time. Ah, this has to go back in the envelope because I don't want to spill my confetti. I love the little die cut confettos. I think they're adorable. All right. I think, well, we have some acquisitions. I will leave Marsha's channel link down below, and also she put it on the back of one of these. There. So if you're interested in ordering anything and don't already have a Stampin' Up! Rep, there you go. That's that. But I will leave that down in the description box. As always, all of my contact information is there. And if there are pattern links and things like that, that's also linked down in the description box. So please always check that first. I don't mind answering the question about patterns once or twice. It's when I repeatedly get bombed with it. That's why I don't share on Facebook a lot, because there's actually a meme out there that's the seagulls from it's a Pixar movie. Pattern. And that's kind of how I feel. Even if you link it, like, people still ask. So all that stuff is generally in the description box down below. I generally upload that with my video. So generally, like 98% of the time, it's in the description box when my video goes live. And that's if there is one. Now, there's not always a pattern link or a pattern that I can direct you to. Oh man. I had some really big eye goopies today, and they keep like smearing across my eye. I know it's kind of gross, but all right. Finished objects. So I finished the first of my planned blankets. I did not put the turquoise border on because I realized what I had used in the blanket was aqua, and I don't have another ball of aqua, so we just did purple and cream, which, I mean, the blanket's still more than big enough. Like, I'm not worried about that, but I will try to get a picture and stick it somewhere. Yeah. But this is all using Premier Basics. There's coral, lilac, aqua. I can't remember if it's fuchsia or magenta. Light pink, purple, cream, teal. There's 8 colors total. 7 in the blanket plus cream. But yeah. Got that done. That was 1,400 grams, I think. Oof. On the other side. Next up, Heather the Crochet Witch just released a new pattern. So, of course, I went and, like, grabbed it. But I used a bulky weight yarn. So this is Red Heart Boutique Infinity yarn. It was discontinued ages ago, but if you happen to have some, that's what this is. And this is the colorway Almond. And it used, yeah, sorry guys, it is like 7 o'clock in the morning. So the sun is just, well, we're probably closer to 8 now. It took me a little while to get set up down here. But yeah, so the sun is like streaming in. Normally I don't film this early, so didn't hang anything up to prevent the extra shine. But yeah, this is the color Almond. I used 250-ish grams into this. I had 3 partial balls, so like that's why that might be important. So it took just shy of the 3 balls worth. I originally bought this to wrap a wreath form in. It's a chainette style yarn with some metallics in there. Okay, face out of the way. And it's got a pretty little halo on it. I have a couple of people who this would be a very appropriate gift for. So on my yarn bingo, I am calling this made to gift, but I have some more yarn upstairs that I'm thinking about doing another one in. The pattern is actually written to be DK weight, but she gives you the math to, yeah. And this is called the Silent Night Cowl. Shooting from down here. That's a designer. But I will leave her Etsy shop down below. That's where I purchased my pattern from. She shared on Instagram that she had it up, and I was like, and we're going to make that. Because I had just finished, and I haven't woven in the ends. I literally just finished that this morning. I was up at 4. It's been a little while. It's been a little while. I'm actually looking forward to lunch right now because I'm kind of hungry already. But I thought that was kind of funny that I saw where she had released the pattern on Instagram, because this morning Reggie over at J Hook Crochet released her new pattern, and this is called the Bedrock Beanie, I think. I forgot to bring the pattern downstairs. It will be linked down below as well, but I was one of the test crocheters for it. So this is using the Red Heart Colorscapes in Bangkok. So that's one of the 2 balls from what I just frogged from the Mary Maxim kit. And for some reason, I was just thinking the texture of that yarn would be perfect. And I kind of dig the colorways. And I love how on the band, because the color fade is so slow, even though it does change as you go around, it's this nice, like, you can see it really well between the green and the gold. You've got this nice fade into the next color. And then in the hat, it's a little bit more. So mine is worsted weight. This is written for any weight yarn. You math it yourself. So it's a very, very simple, because you're starting from the bottom. You do it to fit the diameter you want it to be, and then you build the hat. So because of the construction, it makes it super, super simple to figure that out. And I did, for my purposes, follow the pattern up to right here, because you go to the height you need. I wanted something slouchy, but not loose. And because I knew I was going to probably not put a pom-pom on this, I did do a light decrease to finish mine. So I did slightly alter mine in the end just to get the fit I wanted it to have. I am a huge advocate of making minor changes like that. It's not a big deal. You don't have to follow every single stitch. Now, I did originally follow this to the stitch pattern for the purpose of testing it, and then went back and changed it. But boom, another FO. I have one more pattern I test knitted that I haven't shared yet. So when that pattern goes up, I will share that. I actually have it down here. I can give you like a little corner spot. Tease that to you. Next finished object is my Sharing Creatively DK cowl, and it's by Touch of Hazel Knits. So this is a pull over cowl. Take my shawl off, y'all. Yeah, so our humidity is at like 97% right now. It rained all night, and with the sun coming up, like all the frost is frosting. So yeah, when I went outside to go drop mail in the mailbox, I was definitely throwing on a shawl because it's cold. It's cold. It was, the real feel was like 28, but it's like cutting through your skin. It's okay. It's going to warm up as the day progresses, and the humidity is going to burn off. So I'll do a late walk today. But yeah, I haven't blocked this or anything yet. I think next time I will actually do the bigger size and follow the decreases all the way. just because it is so long. I don't, yeah, but trying to get it, make it lay down is funny. It's got a beautiful slip stitch border on the side of it. And then you can see it just kind of hangs down in a little V. It'll easily fit under a coat. It's great. I used Premier Luna in Venus. I remember the name of the yarn this time. And you work from the point up and you join in the round when you're done growing it wide. But I've got the right number of rows, but I stopped decreasing after a certain point. And there was some other little change I made to it. I can't remember what it was, but I didn't do the same bind off. So I used a super stretchy bind off just because I was worried I wouldn't be able to get this over my head if I had done the I-cord bind off like it called for, but it does do the I-cord bind off to match the rounded slip stitch border that was used. So you have an automatically rounded border here that kind of rolls over to the back. Love that edge stitch. That's one of those weird edge stitches I always forget about until I do a pattern that calls for it. And I'm like, why do I never remember to do this? I love it. I think it's beautiful. And I love these colors. I have 1 1/3 ball of this left, or 1 2/3 balls. So I'm actually thinking about doing another Silent Night cowl with what I have left over. I haven't decided 100% yet because I also finally cast on my architecture scarf. And that's going to take a lot of brain space to think about while I'm sitting at the desk. But I also need something that will keep me going on easy projects, because I always have an easy knitting, an easy crochet, a think about crochet, and a think about knitting project on the go. So like, and the reason why I'm going to need that is I've been working on my Advent blanket, getting everything joined. Ooh, might help if I show you from the right side. So I have my first 3 rows done. I did decide to go 7 blocks wide, and it'll be 8 blocks long. And I have my 4th row mostly attached already. I'm using a join as you go method. So I'm bordering the first one, cutting the yarn, weaving in ends, bordering the second one, and then doing a slip stitch to join everything in the back. So it is giving me a ridge in the back right now, a very pronounced ridge. But if I come in and what I'll probably do instead of actually blocking the blanket is what I'll do is put it in the dryer. I've got a steam cycle on my dryer, so I will steam the blanket and then pull it out when it's still hot and lay it out flat. But when you do that, you can see the dimension kind of diminishes. And on the front, right now, you've kind of got a crease there, but when you pull it out, it flattens that crease out. I love using a slip stitch. I hate more than anything having a block blanket like this finished and then your seam is what falls apart. And I'm not very good at sewing and making sure my seams are perfect, but I'm actually a very consistent crocheter. So yeah, it's even kind of chilly down here. Now I do have a concrete subflooring here, but still. I have a couple of things I forgot to grab. Man, I did some 3D printing this week and actually had finishings from that. I did a little organizer for my bureau that's got where you put round cotton pads and Q-tips. And then I did a honeycomb organizer for my desk. Craft desk. That goes upstairs. So the other thing I wanted to share with you guys is I got my mini T-Doddles kit. All right, let's dump what I have inside out because I want to spend just a second, once again, talking about fabric selection. I put all the other stuff in the bag, so Let's go with this side. Number one, what a beautiful way to start off a year. I love this fabric. It is so happy. And you've got this great fabric up here. But you guys, bam! On the inside. Yeah. Love it. Once again, love it. And it perfectly goes with the mini skein from Southern Skeins. And of course, I left my paper talking about everything upstairs because there is a little mini pattern to go with your yarn. It's a DK weight yarn and it's from Southern Skeins and I can't remember the name. But talk about Carrie in a colorway. You got my pink, you got my blue, and you got my purple. Love it, love it, love it. Very happy with that. And I will leave T-Doddle's, Christy Cook's YouTube channel and her Etsy shop down below like I always do. Flip. So our Stitch Marker Progress Keeper Maker Charm. And I love Inspire. I'm a sucker for a Pegasus. Oh man. Stop trying to find my face. And I'm looking forward to trying the rounded lobster clasp, or not lobster clasp, ear wire. I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but I am actually kind of excited to try that. And then she also sent this. Now, I do not have a bag I dress this on, so I'm not quite sure where I am going to use this. I'm really rough on stuff. And this is a little bit more delicate than I would trust on my bags. Not only am I rough on things, but like the cats will like attack everything. Hands down. And then Tazo Passion Tea. Very familiar with this tea. Drink it quite often. So I'm very excited. We're off to a perfect start for the beginning of the year with this. Not that I expected anything less. But I will leave everything down below for Christy and her content. She's adorable. And she's also the one who is doing the Cozy Mystery Cowl. So I'm looking for it. I finished book 1. I think I might go ahead and get the next book in the series just because reasons. Yeah, I still haven't started the pattern, but I did read the book. I would think that would go the other way around, but anyway, I think that's everything I had for show and tell today. I don't think I have anything else to discuss. If I do, I will stick a clip at the end of this and just come back and say, hey guys, I do have another project bag coming, or tote bag coming. I still have not gotten any other Happy Mails in my post office box. So once again, I'm really sorry, but we're waiting on USPS at this point and it is what it is. I've been told a couple of times that there are a lot of people who are coming into my branch. I do have a rural branch. We are like, if you go this way from my house, you're in Charlotte proper very, very fast. Like 5 minutes and you're in Charlotte proper. If you go this way from my house, you're 5 minutes from farms. And I mean like, not just like fancy people horse farms, but like, and I mean like stable fancy people horse farms. Not just that, which does exist directly that way, but if you go that way or any further That way you are in like soybean cultivation farming territory. So it's really funny where we live. So yeah, if you go to the post office, which is that way, you are in the middle of nowhere. I showed you guys downtown Waxhaw during Vlogmas. To the right of that video, like you come into town, and if you turn left on the road that goes across the railroad tracks, if you turn left, like you're in ginormous cultivation farming territory. It's so funny because almost everywhere I've lived since I've been married, I'm 5 to 8 minutes from a city, 5 to 8 minutes from the middle of nowhere. It always cracks me. I don't know why that has perfectly lined up with each house we've bought or rented. But yeah. So all that to say, I do have a rural post office and they're doing the best they can to get what they get out, but they're not getting mail from the big regional hubs. Things are being slowed down. I do have a package that was sent. It's a thing I bought and I have the tracking number for it. It was sent on December 3rd and it got stuck in Oklahoma for a while at the Tulsa regional post office. It got stuck there for probably like almost 2 weeks. Then it went to like Indianapolis or something and it's been stuck there for a couple of weeks. So it hasn't even made it down to Kentucky, which is kind of generally where that, if it comes from Southern California, it seems to go from California to Oklahoma to Indiana to Kentucky. And then it'll either get split from Kentucky to the Charlotte office, or for some reason it'll go south either through Atlanta, Columbia, Charlotte, or Columbia, Charlotte. So I am literally just blabbering. None of that is interesting. But yeah, it's mail is still getting stuck places. It's been stuck for a while, so that's what I've got. Although everything I've been sending out recently seems to be getting places fast. Mail coming in has been very, very slow. So I know I'm not the only one. I know this isn't anything new to anybody who's been shipping, sending, receiving anything recently. But once again, I'm not being rude. I'm not being ungrateful. I'm not hiding anything. I literally have not gotten anything yet. So take care, you guys. I love you. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, my contact information is down below. Feel free to reach out through any of those. I will see you guys later. Love you guys.